We Armenians are facing tremendous and unprecedented challenges. Throughout our history, we have never faced the threat of being annihilated. We have reached this point because we have a regime that is, in essence, protecting the interests of the enemy and is advancing the enemy's agenda. The current situation is more than dangerous, even though most of us are clueless, don't understand, and don't realize it. But there are also many people who have a picture of the situation, and you serve as evidence of this. What also serves as evidence of this are the people who are not here at this moment, but stand with us in both Armenia and the diaspora. The direction in which our people will move does not depend on superpowers and not even the head of the current regime. It only depends on us. We are the only ones who will determine our fate. These are not just words or words to inspire. This is a truth. There is no nation in the world that cannot succeed when it decides to determine its own fate. There have been several times when we Armenians have proved that we are exactly that kind of a nation. And we need to prove it again now, more than ever, in the course of our history. We know that the head of the regime is planning to sign a so-called peace treaty and other related documents. It does not matter what the names of those documents will be. The fact remains that the so-called peace treaty will lead to destruction, genocide, and elimination. And that so-called peace treaty must not be signed. We will not allow it. Our efforts to at least postpone the signing of the treaty are bearing fruit. We, as the National Democratic Axis, are working in this direction. And we work every day, day and night. And you all, as well as the Armenian people, are also working in this direction. Evidence of this is the rather large crowd that has gathered here. This serves as a way of exerting pressure on the regime, and we need to add more pressure. Foreign countries, the natural allies of Armenia, see all this, and on the basis of our will and proceeding from their own interests, which completely coincide with our interests, they are able to protect us. It will be impossible for anyone to do this without the pressure, without the attendance at the rallies, and without flooding the streets. The process of Turkification is in progress in Armenia. So-called positive signals are sent to the President of Turkey, and so-called positive signals are sent back. These are the reciprocal positive signals of two Turkish regimes, and those signals are heralding death to Armenia. Those signals must not be implemented. The only way and method to prohibit implementation of the signals is to make sure everyone comes out to the streets and at squares and to work with all the Armenians who don't believe in the power of their voice and presence. Why should we make this regime resign? Should we make it resign just because it will sign the so-called peace treaty? No. The document that it has already signed is enough to make the regime resign. We need to make the regime resign because of what it is doing now and what it will definitely do if we allow it. But we will not allow it. What will happen if one day we all wake up and find out that the regime has signed a particular document? This will not mean the end of our struggle. This will mean that our struggle is entering a new stage. There are processes that will allow us to mobilize greater masses. If the disastrous incident takes place, and that incident can take place at any moment. We don't know what confidential talks are being held. Well, we know, but we are unaware of the time frames and what actions are being taken. We don't know how long the process is being postponed as a result of our pressure. It is a fact that the process is being postponed, but we don't know how long. The West is trying to obstruct this process, and it is obstructing. But we Armenians need to understand that we need to take matters into our own hands and determine our fate. One of the biggest catastrophes in Armenian society today is that many people say they don't deal with politics, that they are tired, that they don't trust anyone. If those people don't deal with politics and are not going to deal with politics, then Turkey's politics will deal with them. But this is not going to happen. The struggle that we are leading today is just the beginning. We are launching the struggle. We will continue this struggle. And we will definitely win. We will definitely win. Free, independent Armenia. Free, independent Armenia.
Բաժանորդագրվեք ազգային ժողովրդավարական բևեռի YouTube-յան ալիքին։